Simplifying expressions. The objective of this video is to simplify algebraic expressions using distribution and then combining like terms. Whenever we have a large expression like the one on the left, we first want to distribute. I know I have to distribute because I have some number on the left side of a parentheses and I have two or more terms inside the parentheses, v minus 3 in this case. So I will distribute by multiplying the negative 2 with the v and the negative 2 with the negative 3. I will kind of ignore that negative 8v until the next step. So sort of think of we're just focusing on this square first. So negative 2 times v is negative 2v. Negative 2 times negative 3, remember we have to look to the left of the number, gives me a positive 6. So once I have the distribution, the parentheses is gone. It's no longer there. I can sort of drop down this negative 8v that I ignored into the problem. So now I'm bringing it back, and now I have a case of combining like terms. Because the negative 8 has a v attached and the negative 2 has a v attached, they are like terms, so I will combine the numbers. So what is negative 8 minus 2? Negative 10. We keep the v because we're talking about v. And then I will bring down the 6. There is no other number that I can combine, so this will be my answer. So let's take a look at two examples. Remember, we want to distribute first. So I want to focus on this part of the problem first and ignore that 9x. So what is negative 8 times x? Well, that is equal to negative 8x. What is negative 8 times 4? Well, that is equal to negative 32. And now I'm going to bring down that 9x that I ignored. Can I combine any like terms? Well, here there is an x. Here there is an x. Notice that I am circling everything to the left of the number so that I know whether it's positive or negative. So what is negative 8 plus 9? That is equal to a positive 1. We're talking about x. And then I'm going to bring down that 32. Now in math, here in Algebra 1, whenever we have a letter with a number in front, number 1, we kind of don't write the number 1 unless we need to. So our common would be to just have the letter x by itself. So x minus 32 would be the appropriate answer. So let's see, we're going to focus on this square because that's what my distribution is. And I'm going to ignore that negative 10. So I will multiply negative 10 and 7n, which is equal to negative 70. Keep the n. Negative 10 positive 3 is equal to negative 30. And I'll bring down that negative 10. Notice how I'm keeping everything where it is. That way I don't get confused with what goes where. Being neat is especially important when we're trying to do math. So negative 10 and negative 30 are both numbers that have no letters, so they're like terms. So I'm going to combine those. Negative 10 minus 30 is equal to negative 40. And then I'm going to keep that negative 70 n as is. This would be my final answer. So now you try. Simplify the expression below. Pause your video, see if you can do this problem, and then press play to see if your answer is correct. Pause your video now. So remember, we want to distribute first. So I'm going to multiply the 6 and the 8, which gives me 48x. I'm going to multiply the 6 and the 10, which gives me 60. And then I'm going to bring down this 3x. So now when I combine like terms, this has an x and this has an x. So 48x and minus 3x is equal to 45x. And then I'm just going to bring down that positive 60 because there is no other number that I can combine. So the correct answer would be C.